Hello viewers, on today's episode I'll be giving you latest information regarding the latest express entry draw that was done in the last 1 week, and I'll be telling you, giving you an update on postgraduate work permit, all you need to know about it. And also I'll be sharing with you information on social insurance number, which is one of the requirements if you need to work in Canada legally. So I'll be sharing this and a lot of more information on Canada reality. So you want to hang on tight, grab a cup of water, I'll be back. Hello viewers, welcome to my YouTube channel. I still remember my humble self, MC Bernardino. This is Canada Reality with MC Bernardino, where I dish out content for those that are in Canada and those that are intending on migrating to Canada. So if this is your first time on this YouTube channel, please take some few moments, subscribe to this YouTube channel. If you haven't, it doesn't cost you anything. Please subscribe to this YouTube channel. If you enjoyed this video, please hit on the likes button. If you know there's anybody that will benefit from this video, feel free to share this video with them. If you have any question, any concern, anything you need me to clarify for you as far as your immigration process is concerned, feel free to drop it in the comment section. I will do justice by answering your question. Also, let me use this opportunity to welcome our new subscribers, those that recently subscribed to this channel. It's a ritual I always do every week. I welcome them. So welcome to this YouTube channel, and I promise not to disappoint you. Alright, so the first news that I'll be sharing with you today is the latest on the jobs that are opening up in Canada. Because of the pandemic, things are easing up in Canada now. More and more jobs are being created. Those jobs that were lost because of the pandemic in February, March, and those jobs are now here. Canada is beginning to regain those jobs back. The economy is beginning to open up, and I can make bold to tell you that in the month of August, new jobs, that's almost 246,000 jobs were created in the month of August only. And you'll recall that in the month of July, over 400,000 jobs were recovered in the month of July. And also in the month of May and June, over 1.2 million jobs in the month of May and June were recovered. So what that suffices to say is that things are beginning to open up in Canada now. The economy is opening up now. For those of you that intend to migrate into Canada, we haven't actually gotten to the apogee of the economy, but as things progresses, things will get better. So don't lose your confidence. By the time the whole economy is open up, everything about immigration will also be at ease. And also, I would like to also let you know that employment for landed immigrants went up by 1.6% in the last 1 month. And also employment for recent immigrants, recent immigrants who just came into Canada, went up by 2.2% still in the month of August. So those are good news. That really shows that immigrants, both landed immigrants and those that are recently landed in Canada, they are getting jobs. Those that have lost their jobs, some of them are beginning to get their jobs back, and that is a glimpse of hope for some of you that are planning to migrate into Canada. Alright, so next on my news will be on the latest information we got from IRCC, Canada Immigration, regarding social insurance number. So those of you that don't know what social insurance number is, it's like an identity. It's like your identity in Canada. If you're a temporary resident in Canada, you have a social insurance number. Even if you're a permanent resident or you're a citizen, you have a social insurance number. But the number differs. As a temporary resident, in most cases, like when I was a temporary resident, it started with 9. It's a 9-digit number, and it started with 9 as a temporary resident. But when I became a permanent resident and now a citizen, I use the same number, which starts with 5. So the social insurance number is your identity for you to work legally in Canada. So you can't work without having a social insurance number. So the latest news that I want to share with you regarding the SIN number is that Canada just made out a rule that all employers needs to pay employee, if they have social insurance number, or even if they don't have social insurance number, they need to pay them the same wages, because it has been discovered over time that some of these employers, they take advantage of employees that do not have social insurance number. They tend to pay them lesser, which is uncalled for. So that was why they felt that the promulgation should make it mandatory that employers should pay employee even if they don't have a social insurance number. It's not that they're trying to encourage people not to have social insurance number, but what they're trying to say is that some employee, when they got the job, they don't have a social insurance number, and it is mandated that when you get a job, within 3 days of getting the job, you should apply for your social insurance number. So some people, they haven't applied for it, and as a result of that, the employers are taking advantage of them. So the new rule says that all employers must pay all employees, irrespective of if they have a social insurance or not, they need to pay them the same wages. They should not take advantage of them. And also, I make bold to tell you that it is illegal and it is forbidden for someone to use another person's social insurance number. I mean, you can't use someone else's social insurance number to work. That is not done. If you are caught, I mean, you and the person, probably both of you will be penalized for that. So that is a note of warning. And if you want to learn more about that, you're free to go on IRCC website and learn more about what social insurance is all about and how you can apply for it if you are in Canada. Alright, so next on my news, I would like to keep you in the loop on the latest express entry that was done last week, 2nd of September. It was an all-encompassing draw, meaning that it included CEC, Canadian Experience Class, FST, Federal Skilled Trade, and FSW, Federal Skilled Worker. So it was an all-encompassing draw. And the draw, 4,200 applicants were invited to apply for their permanent residence. I mean, that is really whooping. That is really big. I mean, in the last few ones that were done in the last few weeks, the ITA they were issued were just like 3,600 thereabout. But this recent one that was done on September 2nd, 4,200 ITA were issued out, and the minimum CRS score was 475. I want to use this medium to congratulate those that were invited to apply for their permanent residence. I mean, congratulations once again. And for those that are still in the pool, that are still waiting for their own invitation, probably because they have a lower score than 475, I wish you good luck. Don't lose hope, and do as much as you can to try to increase your score. I've done some videos in the past, so I want to check my video playlist to see what you can actually do to increase your score in the pool. And also, don't negate provincial nominee. Those are other ways that you can actually use to, so you don't really have to rely on express entry. Provincial nominees are there. Most of the provinces are running provincial nominees, and also in some cases you might want to look at study if you really have the financial capacity. That would be a very good area for you to look at too. And also, I've done video on the Agric Pilot program. I've done video on the Atlantic Immigration Program. There are numerous ways. So once again, congratulations to those that are invited, and good luck to those that are still waiting in the express entry pool. Alright viewers, I hope you actually enjoyed the video that I brought for you today. I mean, I always give it to you. As far as latest news on Canada immigration is concerned, every week I always dish out this content on Wednesday. So you might want to catch up on the videos that I've done in the past. And if you haven't subscribed, please, I beg you. I mean, it doesn't cost you anything. Take some few minutes, subscribe to this YouTube channel. There's a notification bell beside it. Click on it so that anytime I drop a video, you'll be among the first to get it. And if you enjoyed this video, please hit on the likes button. Share this video with anybody that you feel will benefit from it. Drop question, comment, any content, drop it in the comment section. I will revert back as soon as possible. Alright, so let me go to the next news. Still on IRCC, we got this information from IRCC website, and it simply stated that time spent studying online outside Canada now counts towards the length of postgraduate work permits, starting from when you apply for a study permit. Before, only time spent studying online after being approved for study permit counted. So let me simplify that. That simply states that the new rule is that the time you spent from the moment you apply for study permit now count towards your postgraduate work permit. So let me solidify that. In the past, I mean, during my own time when I applied for study visa, it was only when I started my program till when I finished. I started my program on January 13, 2014 and ended August 31st. So that was those period that counted towards my my postgraduate work permit. It was that was the length of time that was used to grant my postgraduate work permit. But the new rule now states that from the moment you apply from your home country, I mean, take for instance, if you apply for your study visa in August 2020, and you probably, after you must have applied, you got the study visa and you came into Canada and you studied for another 1 year. So that means from the moment in August this year that you applied up until probably you finish your program next year, December or whatever, that is the period, the total length, that's almost 1.5 years. That is what will be counted towards what will be considered in granting your postgraduate work permit. That's really good news. I mean, if you can do your math very well, if the calculation can go right for you, some of you might even end up doing a 1 year program. At the end of the day, you might still get 3 or more years 3 years postgraduate work permits. I mean, don't quote me on that, but that is what they are trying to say, that the time you spend from applying, so even for the fact that you applied and your application was delayed, I mean, it could still count as a plus for you on the long run if your study permit was granted. So don't be really perturbed about your delay in the study permit not being granted. At the end of the day, it could actually be of good benefit for you. So if you have any question on this, you don't understand, you need me to actually solidify this, break it down for you so that you can understand, feel free to ask me a question in the comment section. I will try as much as possible to do more justification to this question. All right guys, so next on my news, which will still be an update from IRCC website, is that with the start of the fall academic session, which is the September section, the temporary policy to allow students to work full-time while studying if they were working in essential services expired on August 31st, 2020. All right, so let me break this down for you. In the past, you know that in Canada, if you are studying in Canada, you can only work for 20 hours while actively studying. I mean, if your school is on session, you can only work for 20 hours. But when your school is on break, you can do 40 hours or more. That was the normal rule. Even during my time, that was the rule. But because of this pandemic, because of this COVID-19, a little bit of flexibility was introduced, meaning that for those that are actually working, those that were working in sensitive sectors, I mean sectors that are paramount towards the alleviating of COVID-19 pandemic, they were allowed to work more than 40 hours while studying. But that rule, that privilege now expired on August 31st. So that simply now says that even if you are working in any sensitive occupation during the COVID-19, as at September 1st, you can't do more than 20 hours while actively studying. So the privilege ended on August 31st. If you're actively studying, you can only work for 20 hours. It is only when you're on break that you can do more than that. You can do up to 40 hours or more if you are not actively studying. I mean, I did a video in the past about an Indian student that was actually working more than 20 hours while actively studying. He got to the deportation level, and eventually the guy was actually deported. So I don't encourage you, if you're actively studying, don't break the rule. Just work for the minimum of 20 hours, but when you're on break, you can actually do more than that. If you need further clarification, drop your question in the comment section. I will try to elucidate on that. Alright viewers, I hope you actually enjoyed the video that I brought for you today on Canada Reality with MC Bernardino. I brought to you latest news on Express Entry. I brought to you latest news regarding social insurance number. I also brought to you latest news regarding postgraduate work permit. And also I fed you with the information of if you are working in the health sector or any sensitive sector and you are studying, as of September 1st, you can't do more than 20 hours while studying. If you have any question, anything you're not clear about based on what I've said, you need further clarification, feel free to drop it in the comment section. I will try as much as possible to explain more on that. And please, once again, if you haven't subscribed to this YouTube channel, please let us get to the goal of 20,000 by 31st of December 2020. Please subscribe to this YouTube channel, share this video on whatever social media handle of yours, Instagram, Facebook, Twitter, anywhere you can share this video, WhatsApp, anywhere. Please share this video. Thank you very much. Till I come back to you with another exciting video on Canada Reality with your own boy MC Bernardino. Please stay safe and also try to watch my 2 previous videos, and don't forget to subscribe to my channel. Thank you.